Hello! Comic-Con has come and gone once again, and we bought things. We have a real job, maybe we'll see how it's going, but we had money to spend, and spend we did.
Money!
We just spent the past, half an hour trying to get the phone screen to mirror to our laptop, because we're sitting below and can't see the camera screen, so we kind of wanted some kind of visual confirmation that it was working. We tried the old mirror trick, but that didn't work.
Yeah, so we spent half an hour logging in and out of various emails, and now I have a small window I can't move.
What's that? 2 changed passwords, 5 one-time codes, and lots of pain and struggle, and I accidentally knocked over a glass. So there are towels around us as well to dry up the mess.
The things we do for you guys.
Yeah, but it was Comic-Con! And we went, and it was great. We went on Sunday this time, which we don't normally do.
Yeah, so you get a lot less time on Sunday. Like, I did feel a little rushed.
Yeah, but I was also really tired, really eepy, so...
Yeah, but you're a little baby, so... But yeah, so like, we kind of foregoed doing some of the panels and stuff we wanted to do because we wanted to spend more money.
Why does that have precedent over?
Yes, exactly. Sorry, filming stopped there because this phone decided to try and run an update while in the middle of using the camera. Thank you, Android, you piece of shit.
I feel like we need to do a video on why technology is so much harder to use now. It's like, oh, it's so much easier, look how many features we have. And they take, in the background, they're taking away features. They're like, oh no, only tech people would ever use this.
Are you trying again? Don't, okay, it's come back. So, we made the unfortunate mistake of starting in Artist Alley, and we kind of got all the good stuff out of the way initially. So the second half of Comic-Con was kind of spent walking around the more general stalls, and it was just kind of disappointing. Like, this one website had like 5 separate stalls, like massive pictures, and it was just your usual anime swords that cost like 50 quid and are made out of like balsa wood, if that, and then like tiny plushies that are like 15 quid, like the prime stuff you buy when you're like 15 and don't know better. But yeah, so because of that, it was just kind of a little disappointing in the second half. But yeah, I feel like also it was like a little worse that this one website had so many pictures when we didn't get into Comic-Con this year. So it kind of felt like an extra kick in the teeth.
Yeah, it's like, oh, let's bring in all these companies. And obviously there was the AI shit that was there. They had, it was an eBay doing, like AI something.
Yeah, something or other. I can't remember what it was. It was like, oh, we'll like run you for a filter and make a Pokemon card of you or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Just disappointing. But what wasn't disappointing was the art on the badges we got. So the past few ones we've got have been giant advertising for something, whereas this is just a cute little bird dressed up as Tom Baker's Doctor Who, I think?
Yeah, I think so, which is really cute. And most importantly, not Genshin, so that's nice.
Yeah, it was just a big Genshin ad.
Okay, so, what did we buy? What did we get? Let's have a look. Should we start with the big things, or should we start with our amazing holder for stickers?
Yes, let's start with the box of mysteries.
Box of mysteries! I'm holding it at an angle, so it doesn't glare, because I was told off for holding it like this. But in our box of mysteries is all the stickers. But first, let's talk about the box of mysteries. This is a VHS kind of piece of art, I guess?
Yeah, I'd call it a piece of art. It's, I guess, like, I don't know, like how you describe it. It's a fake VHS case, basically.
Yeah.
Well, it's a real
VHS case.
It's a fake video.
Yeah, and it's got like all the extras, got 13 plus, and it's got like wear and stuff down the side. It's really nicely made. We saw Eddache last, I think we talked about it. We were fans of him on Tomska's channel. We don't watch his channel that much, but I like him as a person. So, so I went up and I wanted to get one, and there was about a tenner, but for a VHS case. I also got from him like a print of his piece of art he made on one of the videos. It's a timed challenge, full painting, which is very impressive.
It's abstract nyan cat, if you can't tell.
Oh, I forgot it was Nyan Cat.
Like, it's really cool.
It's really cool. That's signed as well, so you know.
Yeah. We asked him to sign this, and then he kind of just leant over and signed this, which I thought was quite funny.
I thought I asked him to sign there.
No, you were like, oh, do you want to sign to this? And then you bought this as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you just kind of continued the signing.
I was like, I'll go on then. So it was like £15 for both of these, which, to be fair, not bad. I think it's okay. £5 is like a big print, whereas like sometimes you get tiny little prints of a fiver.
Mm.
So
the prices were reasonable. There was a lot of variation as well. Like, he had a lot of prints out. It was very cool. Also, like, we knew that last time, because we were opposite him, he sold out of these real quick, so we kind of wanted to get in there. But I noticed there was like 10 times as many.
Loads, yeah.
And a fun fact is, like, they're actual VHS cases that they've, like, gotten, like, I think from charity shops, he said.
Oh, that's really cool.
So, like, they were just going around trying to buy up, or, like, on eBay, like, get a bunch of them to make these, which I thought was really cool.
That
we
is
also
really cool.
saw someone else making, like, handbags out of VHS cases.
Yes, I've seen that. That's quite nice.
Yeah, but this is, like, a fun take. Like, I do kind of want to actually put it on the shelf, you know?
Yeah, I know. But I also thought it would be a cool way to store the stickers we haven't quite put up yet. So we have, inside here, mystery box is all of our stickers, which is, it's a lot. We got a lot of stuff. Let me take it off camera and we can bring stuff back on as we talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's start with this one.
This one was mine, so this was really cool. Because, I got one before where it's like a print gacha. But this one was made out of cardboard, like it was handmade. It was really cute. And I got 2 of them, and I gave one to the friend we went with. And she was like, oh look, a little ghost. And then I look at mine and I was like, oh, a little ghost. And then we both looked at the machine which said, get a print with a little ghost on it. Or something to that effect. And we're both just kind of like, oh.
Oh, little ghost. This is by this person. This person.
Nice. But yeah, they had like 2 of them and they were just like made out of cardboard. It was really fucking cool.
That's really cool, actually. It feels really nice. It's like, it's really rough. And it's got like fraying on the edges. It's quite nice, actually.
The print too, like it feels like watercolor paper.
Oh, it does.
It's like really good cardstock.
And also, while we're talking about it, all the artists that we can find will be on screen as we talk about them and in the description. If we can't find them and you know the artist, please let us know, because obviously sometimes it's hard to kind of know which piece of art is from which artist, because we're getting so much stuff while we're there. But we're going to try our best anyway.
We did start trying to take photos with people's, like, stalls if we didn't quite have, like, if they didn't have business cards, because we went on Sunday, a lot of people were totally out of their business cards. But then we also forgot to do that as well, so we'll try.
Yeah, we tried our best. We also wrote on the back of some of them, but we didn't for others because we forgot a pen. I wish I'd brought a pen. It would have made it so much easier.
I took all the pens out of my bag to make room for more energy drinks.
Yeah. Which, if you saw our Switch video, they didn't get taken off me this time, which is very nice. So they do get taken off you if you go to Nintendo events, but they don't if you go to Comic-Con.
You can spill the drinks on all of the art you want.
Yeah, that's allowed, that's fine. Up next we have...
What is a gumball machine if not Nature's Gacha? They had one that was full of teeny tiny dice. This was like £2, which honestly wasn't that bad since my friend was looking at a different store and they were selling tiny dice in like acrylic boxes for 40 quid. So I kind of got it while she wasn't looking to take the piss out of her as well, and she thought it was funny. But yeah, it's cute. It's so small.
Oh,
They're
nice. It hatched.
They're actually too small on screen. You can't really see them.
Oh, they are tiny.
Oh yeah, that's good shit.
To add on to that, this is a little dice I got for you in a gacha.
Yay! It is shiny and it can be dice with mama.
Yeah, dice with mama.
Let's be mathematical what are they called? Icahedrons? With mama.
No, that was interesting. It's one of the like gachas where it doesn't quite work, so she like picked it up, shook it, and then held it out, and I pressed the button and 2 came out, and she was like, pick whichever you'd like.
Ah, if that was me, I would have given you both.
Yeah, but it was like £1. Moving on, one of the first stores we went to had a ridiculous deal. So you actually got this, but inside are all of these stickers, so we can talk about this first.
Yes, so this is a hand-folded zine, and it was £1. Like, I actually haven't read it yet, but it folds out into a poster, I believe.
Does it? That's really cool.
Yeah, look at that. But it's like, because he mentioned that like he had to like fold more while he was at the table, which I thought was very relatable. But it's a Grandpa B.
That's fun. Just say who it is on there.
I think it does on the front.
That's why I put the stickers in.
Yeah.
By Shaun Martland? Martland?
Yeah, but yeah, 6-page comic with an A3 fold-out poster. I love the use of coloured paper as well.
Yes, it's really nice.
So it's entirely in black and white, but that yellow kind of brings it all together because it's about bees. Like, it's really smart. It's really cool.
There's been a lot of like independent comics that caught our attention at this convention, which is really cool. But before we get to that, there was a lot of stickers at his table, and these were £1 each, or...
I thought it was like...
What was the deal? No, they were £1.
I think they were just £1 each.
Yeah, I think they were £1 each, because it was like £5... There was £6, there was £2.
No, that was £1.
Oh,
Are we missing a guy?
No. If they're £1 each, we spent £5, right?
Oh, okay. I swear I got given £4 in change. That bastard.
I thought we had...
I remember getting coins specifically.
No, I think this was £2.
Oh, okay, maybe. Are you sure?
Maybe.
Anyway, he can have the extra
Yeah,
pounds.
that's fine.
He let us talk at him for a while, so.
Yeah, and these are massive, was my main point. For like £1, this is kind of... I like this for £1. I'm happy with this for £1. But most stores would be selling this kind of thing for £3-4 nowadays. Which, again, I get, but like...
It just kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's hard to justify spending more than like £1 on a sticker, you know? Maybe 2-3 if you're feeling really fancy. Or if there's like a deal, you get like 5 for £5 or something, which is just £1 each, never mind.
4 for £5?
4 for £5, yeah, something like that. But it's just nice, you know? We kind of got there and we were like, oh, that's really cool, let's buy those. If I see £1 stickers, I basically went to every table with a £1 something and was like super happy buying. But we know from experience now, that's not the case for pretty much anyone else.
Yeah, a lot of people want to pay more money, which was kind of insane to us personally. But, like, we did really well selling, like, £2, £3, £4 stickers, and we were like, what?
Yeah, like, when we started selling higher cost stickers, we did way better at the last convention we did, which blows my mind, because to me, I will go to a table, even if I'm not interested, if they have a £1 section. And I'll have a look at everything, and then maybe I'll buy something more expensive, maybe I won't, but it draws me in. Whereas if I walk past and I see the cheapest stickers are £4, I go, even if I really like their art.
Yeah, and for me also, I kind of feel like it's a good sort of, like, I want to chat to you, and, like, here's a payment for taking your time, because obviously you're here to sell stuff, and I've, like, taken away from that, so, like, I'm sorry I exist. Here's £1.
Speaking of £1, would you like to talk about
I don't want
this little badge that I didn't actually think was that bad at the time, but you were very cringe about or felt very awkward.
I believe I walked over... You're knocking this down.
I know, I'm sorry.
I believe I walked over to my friend who was just like, I want you to kill me. So I got to meet the Stupendium. They were incredibly nice. It was super cool. I am the most awkward person alive. Sorry about that. And then I was talking to them, and then I told you they were there. You went over, you started talking to them, and I, for some reason, tried to talk you out of spending another £1 on a badge.
Yeah, so I didn't know you'd bought a badge, and I was just chatting to them, and I was like, so I went over and I handed them a sticker, because we were handing out stickers as well, and I was like, you know, thank you for all the drunken nights of singing along to your songs that we do, which is true.
I'd already told him this myself when I went over there as well.
Oh, amazing. You didn't prep me for anything, huh?
I don't think you'd immediately go over there.
And then I go, okay, well, I'm here. They were eating as well, so I felt bad, so I was like, I'll buy a sticker. Not a sticker, I'll buy a badge. And then you go, oh, I've already got one. And I go, oh, I'll get one anyway. And then I was like, maybe not, I guess. And then we walked away, and you wanted to die.
The worst part was because I was like, oh, do they have other designs? And then it was like, no. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I've cornered myself. Specifically, they'd sold out of all other designs. And, like, afterwards, like, I was doing the classic, like, overthinking, like, things I could have said to, like, have improved it, and I was like, oh, I could have, like, gone, like, oh, then we'd have matching ones, or just anything that didn't convince you not to give them £1.
Because I was, like, super ready to buy one as well.
I think I was like, oh, you could buy those stickers for £5.
And then I was like, oh, I guess not. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'll wear it. It just did not go well, and it would have...
Fell off your shirt when you put it on.
Yes, it did. My God, it couldn't have gone worse. It was one of those things where, like, if you hadn't come over at that exact moment, it would have been absolutely fine.
Yeah, I know that.
But, you know.
That's why I was dying inside.
I didn't even feel that awkward about it until after, when you were like, oh God, that was awful. And I was like, was it that bad?
It was to me.
So, you know, that was the first of many awkward interactions. I feel like we are relatively good at conversation. Like, we're not too awkward. But the problem is, when you want to have a chat with an artist and they're trying to sell something, it's really hard to know where the line is, you know? And especially when you're, like, a fan of their work, it's like, okay, where's the line? Can I chat to you? Do you want us to talk? Like, how does that work? But then when you know them, it's so much easier. Like, there are a couple of people we did know at the convention that we'll get into later. And chatting to them, so easy. Which is crazy. If you know someone, talking to them is easier. But you have to talk to them at first.
I just always like to think I'm a very cool person, and then I get incredibly starstruck, like, with anyone. Like, I don't know if I told you this, they asked me, like, what's your favorite song to sing? I blanked on every single song name for like 10 seconds, stared off into the distance before I remembered the title of Only Cans, because I was singing it in my head to remember the name.
Oh my God.
And that's why I really wanted to kill myself after that.
God, you really didn't prep me at all. Because normally when I leave talking to someone, I'm like, oh, I spoke to this person, I spoke about this and this and this. Because normally we speak about roughly the same things. Good job.
I didn't realize I had to debrief you on my public shame.
If it was public shame, then maybe.
Noted.
Anyway, next, talk about this instead.
So, I got this one. Oh, it's been a little folded. It was a little bashed up, but it was her last one anyway. So, I don't mind.
Are they stickers?
Yeah, this is a sticker sheet.
Ah.
But yeah, so it's for $9.99. And apparently it sold really well, she was telling me.
Really?
Like this was the last one on Sunday. Like, it did really well. And I noticed a few other $9.99 things.
Ah.
So I don't know why, but it's like suddenly back in vogue. I mean, I'm forcing you to play it too.
Yeah,
so,
I've been enjoying it.
You know, not unreasonable to get in. We did notice there was like way more shoujo stuff as well this year.
Way more shoujo stuff, way less Genshin, actually.
All of the Genshin has been replaced with Love and Deep Space though.
Yeah.
Which was great for my friend who was looking for Love and Deep Space stuff, and awful for me, who wasn't.
I did feel that there was quite a lot less shonen stuff in and around Artist Alley. As soon as you left Artist Alley, it was all shonen, it's all they cared about. But in and around Artist Alley, they didn't feel like they were pandering as much. It was less fan art, a lot more original art, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, it was super nice to see. It definitely felt like something had shifted this year. Like, there was definitely a different makeup.
Yeah, there was
nice.
A lot of new people, which sucks that we didn't get in if new people were getting in, but it's fine. They deserve it. Their art was amazing. And yeah, lots of new comics as well. I kind of feel like I'd like to see more of a focus on it. Like, give more space to Artist Alley, give more space to the creator section. Speaking of the creator section, they didn't have much room, and it was in way far away from Artist Alley.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward in its own thing, and it's kind of like, the problem was like, half of it were artists with social media, or like artists who were using their stall to focus on the art they made and also did social media. There weren't that many actual kind of like creators. Like, obviously they were all creators, like we did the same thing as well, but like it was kind of blurry still, I feel.
Yeah, it's really hard to work it out, because like, yeah, the Stupendium was there, and Eddache was there, but it's hard to know what they do if you don't know. Like, it's not a very good advertisement. It's only really good if people know you and want to come chat. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just an artist stall, and then maybe they can talk to you about what you do. But like, we can't have our stuff on screen, because what we're going to show, this counter, or maybe like anime footage. Someone in October just had anime footage playing. I kind of don't think that we can really get away with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure legally, at least for one convention, we had to like sign an agreement saying we wouldn't play music we didn't have the rights to.
Yeah.
Which was kind of wild. But like, then on the other side, like, I totally get it. You paid money to be there, you want to make some money back. You know, you're creative, so you're probably also making art, so you sell the art. But like, the problem is then it becomes a bit blurry, right? Because like, how, like, especially for YouTube as well, it's like, how can you do that?
Yeah.
I know a lot of the other creators did panels and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
So like, that's one way, but then like, what do you do with the stall you've bought? Like, I just think like, it's one of those things where this is like the third time they've done a creator pavilion.
Yeah.
And it's still kind of finding its feet. I just don't know where the improvements could come from.
I don't really know. It's really hard unless they give people like a lot more space, but it'll cost a lot more money. Like apparently, like regular stalls were costing upwards of £700 to £900 this time round.
That's insane.
Which is ridiculous.
I remember like a few people who were in the more main area because they couldn't get into Artist Alley, but were like decently big, were not really making much money comparatively.
Yeah.
Because for a start, they're not in Artist Alley, so their demographic isn't there.
Yeah, there's a very distinct demographic difference at Comic-Con, where you want to be in the artist alley. That's why putting the creative pavilion somewhere else kind of sucked for them. I'm sure they did fine, but like artists, and if you have the mentality you want to support artists, you want to buy independent work, you go to Artist Alley, and you will be buying that there. And even for us, when we were walking around the rest of the convention, we were looking at these stalls and we were going, okay, well this is rebought tat, this is just stuff from Japan, this is like what snacks, this is overpriced figures, and then we see an artist stall in between all that, and we kind of glance over it because we're not in the right mindset for buying art.
Or even more practically, a lot of the time they had their pictures kind of in an L shape set back, so you kind of had a bit of a cul-de-sac, so the circulation was kind of a lot harder to get in and out of, I noticed.
Yeah.
And I get why, they have more things to show off than these shite stalls, and like that's a really good way of optimizing it, except if you're really popular, then you're kind of blocked in. And the other stalls did also have that problem, like the one we bought some hentai from. It was put behind, but they also had 2 layers of tables and like...
While we're talking about the hentai, I might as well show it up.
You want to open it at random and hope to God?
Yeah, shall I open it up?
Yeah.
You keep talking, I'll open it up.
But yeah, so like it was just really awkward to get in and out, and like they ID'd you because it was like the more explicit stuff back there, and it's like I get that, but it's like your setup should not be have the place where you need to be IDing people also where you keep your stock. Like I kept getting in the way of how I felt really bad, but that's where like their bags were for products.
Yeah,
so
and I didn't actually get ID'd. I am over 18, so it's not a problem. But I didn't actually get ID'd because she was busy dealing with a different customer. Like, it was just too much.
I feel like if you're doing something like this, you need, like, you know, like CD lounge sort of thing, where it's like curtained off and then you like go in and there's like a load of products.
I mean, I would love that actually, if there was just like an 18 plus area that just had this stuff on display. And that's why I'm kind of excited for Dojin Con. Which we're trying to maybe get a table at, but it seems like a really cool idea, bringing a bunch of Japanese artists together and just having dojins. Kind of like Comic-Cat, like bringing that to like the UK is such a cool idea. I did try and chat with the guy who's running it, but he really wanted them to be Japanese dojin artists, so I don't know if we're gonna get a spot, but
yeah,
either way, I'd like to go.
Anyway, so yeah, so I got this one because it was £2. For 18 plus, I'm pretty sure all they did was kiss. But,
oh my god, they only kiss?
Yeah, I'm disappointed. But it is from 2008, which is kind of amazing. But yeah, so I got this one, and then I got this one because it was really shiny, and I wanted to spend money at this point at the convention.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so tired, can we like sit down?
Oh,
and you're
no.
like, no, I need to go spend money.
It's actually the guy that's upside down. Ah, there's a second guy. Fuck.
I didn't even see
Jump
him.
scared. I bought this because it's holographic and that's actually just like really cool. We have quite a few dojins now because we convince ourselves we'll translate them or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this is from, but it's cool. Oh, hey, sex. I think it's a Shoda. Fuck.
No, I can't believe you.
Oh, hey, they've got their Twitter. Go follow them on Pixar. But yeah, no. Yeah, I definitely think a dojin event is more the way it should be handled, because it really did feel like an afterthought. This was also, I'm pretty sure, the same stall where we looked in their box of rare and old anime stuff and found Shangri-La Frontier keyrings.
Yeah, and they were tiny. They were like literally like no bigger than, no, maybe like a little bigger. What's a good size reference?
It was like kind of like that sort of size. Like, you know, like your standard character keyring size, £15.
Yeah, which is, Jesus Christ. Like, I know, I overheard one of the owners talking about, they go to Japan, they get all their stuff and they bring it back. But again, even when we have a bit of money to spend, that's too much, and it feels like you're scamming people. Because we can get like full-size figures for less than that from just eBay, from people in Japan. So what's the markup on these?
Yeah, and like, is there an additional markup where it's also there at Comic-Con, so everything is even more expensive? Like, it just doesn't feel good. Like, especially because like, these boxes of just loads of really small keyrings, tiny figures, like, you know, like gachapon sized ones, and like nothing is below a tenner basically.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, yeah, you have like more obscure shows. Because one of the things I wanted to buy was Shangri-La Frontier, and that was the only thing we saw at the entire place. But it was like, I don't want just a little rubber keyring.
Yeah, do a little bit better, especially for same price as this, right? And it's tiny. So yeah, not so.
Like, it just doesn't feel great.
Yeah, but you know what does feel great? These guys.
Just a little guy.
So this was a gacha?
Yeah, that's a gacha.
Yeah, so we've bought from them before. And
It's okay, tardigrade is used to this.
tardigrade. So we actually got a duplicate, and they let us swap it out for whichever one we wanted. So we got the tardigrade, and in there was also a little bear. He's a sun bear.
He is a sun bear, he got one.
And a little bat. Bat.
Wrong.
Bat. Rotate. Bat. There he is. Yay.
Oh, it's like a hognose bat, I think.
Yeah. Literally just a little guy.
That's the name of the gacha, I can't remember the name of the artist.
Is that one we took a photo of?
God, I hope so. But yeah, what's fun about this is I think it's only £1 or £2, and we have done it a couple of times at different conventions, because the idea is they're like collectible cards. And we have actually been collecting them.
Yeah.
Although it was quite funny, so this is a sticker, I'm pretty sure.
It is a sticker, yeah.
But one time we found this, thought it was a business card, and it kept the sticker backing for ages.
Yeah, we did. That reminds me, because we're going to put all of these up in places.
Yes.
We'll show off everywhere we put stickers up at the end as well, which will be very exciting.
I was fucking lured into this stall. It was like clearly like the artist and a friend, and the friend was just like, do you like gambling and art? And I was like, oh, I do like gambling and art. And then she was like, you want to spin our like wheel? And it was like 10% off. No, it was like 25% off or something. And I was like, no, go on then.
Go on.
Like, I saw on the wheel most of it was discount, so I knew that going in. But I was like, you know what, sure. Oh, hang on. Ah, there's a name on it. We can use this. Good. But yeah, so I picked this piece of art because it was cool and I like the colors. But yeah, I thought that was just a very funny pitch.
Come to gambling.
It was like gambling and something. I can't remember what the other one was, but I was just immediately intrigued.
Up next, we have this little guy. I'm trying not to knock the stand.
Nice.
Look at him. He's lovely. He's a cowboy.
This one, I believe, was a freebie we got in exchange for a different frog.
Hell yeah.
Because we were giving out stickers, I was kind of profiling people, and if I saw frogs, they were getting a frog.
That is exactly what I did, and if I saw gay, they got the gay.
No one got the Tamagotchi. I still have 2 in my pocket.
Do you? I gave out all my stickers.
No, I kind of ran out of steam towards the second half as well.
Yeah, that's interesting as well, because, like, I really wanted more energy. That's what I like about actually being there with a stall, because we can go around for an hour or 2, come back, sit down, have something to eat. So you kind of get the energy back having a stall.
I think also being there for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
It feels kind of better to take breaks, whereas like it was like, oh god, we've only got like 7 hours or something. Like,
yeah.
Gotta go.
Okay, the next start is this one I got. Gaslight, gatekeep. Gaslight, gatekeep. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl, failure. Very cute. I like it.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the main character from the Locktoon series.
I have no idea what that is. I just thought it was cool.
I recognize that lesbian. What do we got? Ah, you got me this.
Yes, I got Catgirl pills from Woodlouse? No.
Goodlouse.
Almost.
I got these because they were in a big bowl and they were 50p each.
Hell yeah.
So we have teeny tiny Calcifer. Not on camera at all.
What? Calcifer.
We have teeny tiny Kurumi.
Kuromi. Oh, she's adorable, actually.
Yeah, I know, right? And we have a teeny tiny Astarion.
Astarion. Oh, they're all very cute.
I know, right? I think they were like old stock or something.
Oh man, that's
It
really
was
awesome.
like a proper fishbowl though, so I was like
Give.
rummaging.
Yeah.
And I picked those 3.
Up next, we have this advertising sticker for Crescent County, which is a new game by
Anna Hollandrake.
Anna Hollandrake and whatever team she's working with.
It was her stall.
Yeah.
But it was like half demo setup, half art stall, which I thought was quite funny.
Yeah, I quite liked it. I wanted to play the game, but then as soon as I heard it was on Steam, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wait in line. Let's go play something else.
Let's go get a demo.
Right, what we got here?
I feel like I might have chucked a lot of stuff into a lot of things.
There's a lot of stuff. I think you got this one.
Oh, this was actually supposed to be a gift for you, so oops.
Oh no! It's okay.
Aha, okay.
I appreciate the gift. Wow, that's so amazing!
Here you go. I got you this because he looks real fucking stupid.
I love him. He's so good.
Yeah, this was like the derpiest. I'm going by art style. I think this is the right one.
Yeah, that looks right.
But like, he just looks like stupid. Got him. And then I got this one. I was like pondering over this one for a while because they were also cool. This was also like it was like, not like seconds, but like, you know, like old stock that they were trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
And there were so many and they were so cute and shiny and I got that one.
That is very
I love
amazing.
Buying old stock.
I
'cause
know,
it's cheap,
right?
And also it's like, this is from 4 seasons ago. I watched that anime.
What anime is it?
It's not, but I mean like in general.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I find stuff I've seen.
Up next.
Oh, what's this guy?
Have you not seen this guy?
No, I've never seen this guy.
Oh, I feel like because we're doing this and we didn't pay enough attention, we're gonna spoil all the presents we got for each other.
Well,
It's okay. You got time to buy me more stuff for my birthday. Up next we have art by this person.
that's a cool business card.
Very cool business card. And it's a little kitty. I think this might have been discounted because it's a little bit scuffed on the side.
Oh.
But I thought it was really good.
I also just like buying the hurt art because I feel bad for it.
I know, right?
I've got like a print somewhere of a VTuber because they were selling it for £1 because the corner got bent. And it was like the only print in this discount bin and I felt so bad for the print I bought it. Oh my god.
You know, oh, there's so much you haven't seen.
Got the fucking Sforb.
Sforb. I think these were quite cheap as well, so I kind of jumped for it. I can't remember why I got 2, but look at him.
He thinks he's Sonic.
This is also gorgeous art on the business card, which is such a difference, like this art versus Orb. Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
I thought you bought more than me.
I did buy quite a lot of stickers, like really quickly as well. Like we got there in the first 2 rows of Artist Alley, I was like, yes, that. Give it to me.
Oh, this was you.
I bought this one. Yeah, I bought a lot. Absolutely insane business card. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool as
I'll
shit.
reach out with this person a little bit, but like, oh yeah, look at that bad boy. Creative.
He's strapped up.
He is strapped up.
Oh, you got this.
I did get this.
It's so shiny.
Yeah, I think this was a bit expensive. It might have been like £3 or £4 or 2 or somewhere in that range. I remember thinking it was a bit expensive, but it's gorgeous. Look how shiny it is.
It's really nice.
Right?
How do they do that?
And it's got a bong. God, this is like Christmas all over again. I forget everything we bought.
Ah, Tara! Yes, I remember now. So, first up, we have this one.
+5 anxiety. That is just me and also you.
Yeah, and then this one is Tara.
From what?
Is Gale's dressing.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe you. Fake Baldur's Gate fan, which you are, because you still haven't finished a playthrough with me.
Yeah, I only finished 1 playthrough. Fake fan.
Yeah.
We got to Baldur's Gate.
We did. I got to Baldur's Gate free. I won.
So this is funny. So this is the artist, right? And I walk over and I see they have like squishy like chest pin badges. So I walk over to you and the friend we always go with, and I was just like, you'll want to see this.
You'll come.
You'll come.
Try not to come challenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, this was like, I think these were like miscuts maybe, but like they all look fine.
Yeah, and they're really cheap. You're trying really hard to get it close to the camera.
Yeah, I am small. There we go. So it's just chest.
Chest.
And then the others weren't so much. that.
Was
But
there a deal here, or did we just go
I
for...
think we just kind of went for it because they were like a poundy.
They might have been 50p each, actually.
Yeah.
And we went for £2 worth.
Got a little mushroom guy. And then this one is me. This is what I look like, but I don't have black hair or blue eyes or that skin tone.
Or that length hair.
Or that length hair. But otherwise. And then I got this one because I was like, ooh, cool potion.
And then
Then I look like several minutes later and I'm like, oh, it's a pride flag. Which, considering our stickers.
Yeah, maybe you should have missed.
Fucking idiot.
I don't know whose this was.
Is it on the back?
Oh, it is on the back. Please, put your details on the back. It's amazing.
Oh, was this the person who had the stamp for it?
Yes, this was a stamp. Such a good idea. Is Okarun and
The other one.
the other one, what's her name?
Momo.
Momo. This is adorable. This is really cute. I like this one a lot.
It was all kind of like ship art, which I thought was cute.
Give me ship art. Even though that's canonical.
It can be a ship. You can ship characters that are together. You can also not ship characters that are together. You can unship them. Return to sender. Try again.
So this is art by Heart Fressy? Fress? There was actually a lot of French artists. I don't know if this is one of them.
Yeah, it's French for strawberry.
Ah!
Raspberry.
Good.
That's a fruit.
Yeah, fruit. Hot fruit.
I seen it in pastries.
But there was a lot of French artists at this convention, and a lot of them were doing shoujo stuff, which I really enjoyed. So I got this Nana. There was another Nana, but I did not get her.
Yeah, I did ask you like which Nana you were gonna get, and you went the cooler Nana.
Yeah, the best one. The one that is the best.
One true Nana.
Yeah. I got this tile. It was part of a stall. It was like a collaborative uni project kind of thing, where they all worked on a magazine together, and also they could bring their own stickers or whatever pieces of art. And they had these for £1, which I really appreciated. So I got one of these. I think it's fun. I don't know where it's going to go, but it's kind of fun to have like a bigger, just kind of design sticker. I can see lots of uses for it. But I really like all these kind of like collaborative comics that kept popping up.
Yeah, there were definitely like way more this year as well. Another new thing they kind of had, like they've had it in the past, but it was a lot bigger, was the writer's block, which is for authors. That was noticeably emptier. But, you know, like, it's cool that they're branching out to different types of nerd.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and here. Oh, you got this one.
I don't remember where I got this from. I think it might...
it in the pictures. There's a picture.
Oh, is there a picture of it? Amazing. I think I got this one for free as a trade for one of our stickers, and it's very fun. I like it. It gives me, it's very, like, you know, death metal album cover in style, but it also reminds me of Brutal Legend.
This was you?
This was me.
Name is on the back. Yes,
in handwriting, so we will find them and put them on screen, obviously. But I just like it. You got it?
I feel like it's a Goncharov reference, but I can't confirm or deny that.
Contra reference?
Goncharov.
What's Goncharov?
It's a film by Martin
Scorsese?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
This is a sticker I actually bought from Pen because the last time I spoke to him at a convention I didn't buy anything and I felt bad. So this time I bought it. I actually picked it up and he was like, oh, you can have it. And I was like, no, I will buy it. And I forced him to let me buy it. I was chatting to him about potentially doing some kind of collaborative thing in one of our videos, so look forward to that. I like the art style. It's kind of fun. The eyes kind of scare me though. They feel like extra shaded.
They're also like very textured. It's like, it's matte, but like, there's like a roughness there.
Yeah.
It's cool. This was also you.
This was me. This was you.
Was it? I don't remember seeing
I don't remember this.
Well, no, I do remember this. So this was one of the ones I got right at the beginning. And I remember because I was like, do you have a pen to like write who you are on the back? And then they were like, oh, just do it. And then wrote it on the back.
Yeah.
But they thought it was a good idea, so that was fun. And it's a little shock. I think I did this as a trade as well. Although you can actually see the pen marks. Which I hadn't considered would be an issue with Biro. But it looks like he's got a little heart on his nose, so it's fine. Did you get this one? This feels like something you'd buy.
This does seem like something I'd buy. I can't remember who this was with or for.
I think it's a picture. There's a picture.
There's a picture. Good. But full and very EP. Or full of EP energy is what it says.
It's okay, you can't read 4 words in a row.
Well, you see, the mirrored screen we have on the laptop is rotated, so I can't actually see what anything says.
Read it beforehand.
And then remember?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I have short-term memory loss.
Yeah, I know this about you.
Up next we have Bo and Boone, who we've met before. They are very lovely and are going on their honeymoon soon, which is very cool. Congratulations.
Aww.
So last time we got a Fallon, and this time I got a Senshi.
Bread.
Although I don't think this is a sticker.
Is it
It
not?
doesn't feel like a sticker. Unless it's on... Oh, no, it's like that. Okay. Yeah, it is a sticker. It is indeed a sticker. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We
can
know
put
what
him...
stickers are.
Yeah, we can put him next to the Fallon.
We're professionals.
Oh, we're running out of stickers in our box of stickers.
There are also loose stickers, to be fair. These aren't stickers, these are cards. It was like a £2 trading card of Hello Kitty, and I wanted Kuromi. I did not get Kuromi, but I got this shiny guy, whoever the fuck this is. There's like a little fried tempura prawn. But it was cute, and I did notice, like, I find one of the best ways to track what's popular is what has a blind box.
Yeah.
Where on those stalls where they have loads and loads of blind boxes.
Oh, yeah.
And Solo Leveling was everywhere.
Well, I did win Anime of the Year.
But, and here is my caveat, it normally only had one box. Like, there was normally only one product. And there was, like, a badge and a trading card, and they all had the same one.
Oh.
Which I thought was very interesting. And that it was, like, My Hero, Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto.
I don't think Solo Leveling is going to have any staying power, if I'm being honest. And I like the webcomic. I don't think it's going to have any staying power. I don't see how it won Anime of the Year, aside from they just wanted to beat out all of the shows that had women in them. So, you know...
Like, I mean, I guess if we were to look at it from a more positive standpoint, it was a lot of guys voting.
Yeah.
And they like Solo Leveling, even though it was.
Not...
And I put this nicely. Also dog shit.
I'll go for not good.
It was bad. We couldn't finish it. We stopped watching it deliberately.
Well, yeah, because it's like, you know, the art in the webcomic is gorgeous, and the pacing is pretty good, and it just felt better, and there's humor, and then we started watching the anime, and it was just soulless. I gave it to A1 Pictures, I believe, correct myself on screen if I'm wrong, but it's just like the worst studio to give it to, because it's such a middle of the road, like, the animation will feel good, but I don't see how, even in all the clips I've seen, it's not...
Solo Leveling.
It's not the best thing ever. It could have been way better, and they streamlined the hell out of it. And they do this with all webtoon adaptations, where they just kind of strip out all the humor, and then you kind of get like a bland soup of just, yeah, this is the plot points, and then also the animation's not as good as it could be. Like, they skimp out on the most interesting moments, because I don't feel like the studios and the executives care about these products.
If I were to be a conspiracy theorist, I'd say it's because they're Korean products.
Yeah.
Which, considering the handling of Noblesse, Tower of God,
High School, not DxD,
God of High
High School,
now Solo Leveling, I mean, I fear for Omniscient Reader.
I know.
Beginning After the End.
Oh my god, Beginning After the End is horrendous. And I have my own opinions about Beginning After the End. Really liked it, suddenly stopped liking it because of plot points that happen in the manhwa. But like, it's just not good. And we're watching One Piece at the moment, we're catching up because we were really far behind. And the animation that is absolutely gorgeous. We're watching Shangri-La Frontier, which we've nearly finished the second season of. Gorgeous. We've got, we're watching The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Gorgeous. These are all like varying quality of like, probably budget and time and different studios. They all look better than Solo Leveling in my opinion. They don't look as bland.
Yeah, like, they know what they're doing, and what's crazy with that is, potentially, I mean, we'll have to double check, might even be being made by the same studios.
Potentially.
So, like, where is this mishandling coming from? And I think, like, part of the reason it annoys me people were so hype about Solo Leveling was because it was so shit. Like, don't let them know you'll put up with that level of slop. Like,
yeah.
Don't let them treat these particular stories with that little regard. And I feel like it's so much worse with Solo Leveling, because the guy fucking died.
Yeah.
Like, this is his legacy. Like, the best anime of the year. unless you ask anyone who has
actually watched the other anime.
yeah, or has a brain that's developed beyond being 12.
I feel like you can already see this happening with Beginning After the End. Like, Solo Leveling did amazing, and they're like, amazing, they'll watch anything, let's just pump this crap out.
Yeah, didn't they announce something like 25 webtoon comics?
Yeah, and and a lot of them are like solo warrior in the forest, like that kind of generic shit, and it's like, this isn't gonna do well. If this is gonna be the new isekai, it's gonna stop doing well real quick.
And I love tower climbing trash, but it is trash, and it probably won't work well in animation.
Yeah.
Like, I have a whole video, potentially, on this, but like, a lot of them are so constrained to the medium that it feels weird. Like, we were at Forbidden Planet recently, and they had printed manhwa, and it all looks really bad because it's designed for that horizontal? Vertical like scroll layout, and they've just not adapted it well, and I don't understand why. Like, it's small things like every single page will have black bars, and it's like, then just make the comic like thinner. It can be thin and tall.
Yeah.
Book does not have to be same size.
It's just everything's being done as cheaply as possible, and it feels it, you know?
Yeah, and that definitely feels like, you know, is it much like YouTubers trying to become voice actors? Are they looked down on for being web comic artists?
Potentially.
Is that it? Like, we don't trust you, even though, like, they go through the same awful churn system as actual comic authors.
And manga authors and everything. But I think, like, there's kind of a culture of let's screw the new fans. That's why we make, it's not why, but that's part of why we make the videos that we do, is like, hey, I see you're falling for the same shit we fell for when we were teenagers. Don't do that. And then they fall for it anyway, and the companies keep making huge amounts of money off people, and you always see people buying ridiculous amounts of tap from conventions. And I was thinking about it because, like, we spent £100-ish
about that
on stuff at this convention, which is about as much as we normally spend, to be fair. And we've got so much. I've seen people whose hauls are like £300 and they have like 6-7 items.
Because it's like the really expensive figures and like 10 volumes of manga or like an omnibus, and you're paying a premium because they're at Comic-Con. And especially like because this is up in London, you could just go to Forbidden Planet, and obviously it's not the same experience and there's other stuff, but if you just want to buy those products, there are better places to get them, and for cheaper. Not the shop next to Forbidden Planet, but
that's a whole other video. Anyway.
Back to the art. You got this one.
I got this. Stay hydrated. Make sure you take a sip. In fact, let's both take a sip of our cider. Cheers.
Spicy.
This one's awesome, I think. So, up next we have this little guy, which I'm pretty sure I paid for, by Psycho Cosmic. I asked him, can you write down your name, just because I wanted to, like, you know, at least have reference to who did what. And he wrote it on this piece of paper and just gave me his sketches, which is so cool. So I've got these original sketches from him now, and we ended up chatting for ages, because this comic kind of gave me an isekai vibe, and I told him, I was like, oh, it's like an isekai, and he wrote it down because he didn't know what it was. He doesn't know anything about anime, so I was chatting to him, and he was like, yeah, and there's a lot of stuff in high school, and I was like, immediately clocked it. He's being recommended high school anime. This is an adult man, and I know he's going to get turned off from anime if all he gets recommended are high school stuff, so we both just started recommending him shows for adults, which ties very well into our shows for adults video that's going to come out on the main channel soon.
Also, it's quite funny, so you were talking for ages, me and our friend were like standing to the side, and I think like she wanted to go and get something to eat, and we were just like, oh god, can he like finish it up? And then eventually I was like, I'll go over, and then just immediately joined in the conversation.
Yeah,
got distracted.
Like, honest to god, I do this with everyone. So I was like, you know, check out our channel. We kind of go through like demographics, and we have like other stuff in there that could be helpful. And then I started telling him the stuff anyway. I was like, okay, so here, these are the demographics, and these are the ones you might want to look out for. And I can see from your art and comic that you're into like kind of sci-fi dystopia stuff. So we recommended like Blame and Akudama Drive and a bunch of stuff. And it's just fun. I love recommending anime to people. That's it. I love recommending anime.
Shall we compare our gacha orbs?
Yes, Gorbs.
So they had a lot of gacha
Gorbs.
stuff, like actual gacha stuff. And so I got you one first. And then, for some reason, it stopped liking my card, so I sent you over to get me one, so it was kind of cute.
Yes.
And a swap.
We can open our Gorbs.
But, I'm pretty sure this is one where they have, like, physical locations, too, which was pretty cool. And it's like a, cafe and gacha thing.
Yes.
I have a gangster cat. Look at him, he's so fuggish.
And I have Kobe. Kobe!
I'm pretty sure that set was, like, side characters, and I thought that was quite funny.
He's a main character in my heart.
He is.
I'll,
He's a main character to those guys he saved.
Yeah.
Does yours, like, have the little slip or not? Oh, no. I was wondering, because, like, then you could see, like, what the other ones were. But it was, like, him, I think Mihawk was in there. It was just a very strange collection of men.
That is. So this was, I can't remember who it was. I think we took a photo of their stall, so we have that somewhere. But, we got these for free. These are adorable. She gave one to each one of us, so we get 3 in the end for like 2 stickers, I think. I think I gave 1, and then I was like, please take another one. You've given us so many little guys. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember it. Same color as the dice.
Oh, yeah.
Those are his eggs. This was a business sticker, which I thought was fun.
That is fun.
You can kind of just about make out the information at the bottom, but this is also their logo from what I remember. But I thought it was fun. Business sticker.
Business sticker.
It has a job. I got this. It was a handmade fortune cookie with a historical fact in it. I have not opened it yet, so we can learn together.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
What is the historical fact?
Cleopatra lived closer to have Netflix than to the building of the pyramids of Giza.
I did know that fun fact.
But it is a fun fact, and it's a very cute fortune cookie. That looks like a origami even I could do.
Yeah.
I'm bad at origami. So it's just like that, and then I fucked it up.
So this was interesting, because this was another comics, like the independent comics people. People? Is that how you'd say that? They were an independent comics publisher? The artist wasn't there. But I thought it was cool, and I got this for putting my email down, so I'm looking forward to getting marketing emails.
San Junipero!
Oh, yeah!
This is the one that makes me cry, like a little bitch.
The others weren't necessarily Black Mirror related, but there were some pretty good page turns. Definitely, ooh, I knocked it. Definitely very Junji Ito inspired, or like maybe not inspired, but the vibes were there. It was awkward because it was like, oh, you can buy it for like £25, and I was like, no, I won't be doing that.
I do always feel bad. So like there were a lot of small comics, like people, but then there were also kind of more established or like, I don't know, a nicer way, like more traditional kind of comic artists where like they're in that specific process of manufacturing. And like no one goes near them because they'll have like 4 products on a table and it's like, you know, like volume 1, 2, 3, 4 of their comic, and I always feel so bad for them.
Yeah, which it never normally works, but it did for me in this one instance. So this is Shield Maiden. Immediately I'm into it, right? But again, just had 4 volumes, book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, and a couple of side things. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ask how this is made and what the process is for this. So I chatted to him for ages, and it was really interesting because he writes all the stories, and then he picks artists based on the vibe he wants to give off in the story, and he uses like 4 or 5 different artists per book, and he gets like a special front cover made. The 3rd volume in particular, I'll put up on screen if I can find it, is incredible. Yeah, it's all him. Like, instead of a collaborative effort where everyone kind of is working together for one end goal, this is his story that he is paying for artists to interpret almost.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I believe this is actually a very similar process to how Merriweather Comics originally started.
Yeah.
Like, he was a Norwegian guy who was just really into getting his ideas made into comics, so he would commission artists. And then it's kind of more evolved, so he's got like permanent staff now, but like that was a big part of it, was he was just the writer,
Yeah.
and then he would approach artists to make the comics he wanted to be made.
It's really cool, and like through the process of him telling me, because I wasn't gonna buy one, right? It's like £15, and I just didn't really want to drop £15 on one thing. And as through the process of him telling me about it, I was like, this is really cool. I really want to support him and the artists that he works with. But apparently he has a spreadsheet of all the artists he's like either contacted or seen or is interested in hiring, and then he'll write the story and then he'll pick out the artists. And these are all funded through Kickstarter. So he'll, like for his first one, for this one, he had this 90% finished before putting it on Kickstarter. For some of his later ones, now he's got a bit of reputation, he does like maybe 30%. So there are visuals, and then he gets it funded on Kickstarter, and then he sells it through like conventions and whatever. But I really wanted to ask him about copyright, like, because obviously you commission people, but how much is he spending to commission artists for him to own the artwork, you know?
Yeah, and like it kind of also reminds me of something we spoke about when we were thinking of commissioning artists, or it's like, well, there are like 8 names on there.
Yeah.
How do you keep track of like where that money goes as well, like if it's not just an outright buyout fee?
Yeah, like attribution's hard and interesting, so I really wanted to talk to him about it, but people started turning up, and I was like, you know what, I will buy one. I literally went, you know what, I'm sold, can I get that one please? And I bought it. Another interesting interaction I had was with this. What is that? Justice in the Wasteland?
Yeah.
Rebirth? So this was awesome, right? So I went up, I'm talking to them, and it wasn't the artist at the table, or the writer, it was presumably a friend, but he'd made a figure of the character. And I was chatting to him, and it's kind of a similar thing where his friend writes it, and then they commission an artist to work on it. I think they said it was a Japanese artist, but like, it's a full-on manga volume. Like, it's really, really cool. And again, I went up, I just wanted to chat to people. I wanted to know about the process. And he hands me this bag as I'm about to leave, with the manga in, with this little poster, with a kind of fucked up business card, and this little horseshoe magnet, I think?
I think it's an Omega.
Ah, cool. Did I tell you how much I got this for?
No, I don't think you did.
Free.
What?
He just gave this to me.
Oh my god. Like, this is what I mean though, like, does no one go up to them? Are they, like, starved for human attention? Like, I feel so bad for comic artists.
I know, and then, like, it was from this interaction and this interaction, I was like, oh my god, I've been missing out on chatting to comic artists. It's like stickers, but, like, a book of them. No, but, and then I was like, I don't know how good the stories are, I haven't read these two yet, but I really want to start supporting more comic artists, because that was, like, insane that he just gave that to me. And I also like that it's like, you know, different people should be able to contribute to these mediums and kind of get their foot in the door, and I want to see more kind of local grassroots publishers and writers and groups of people coming together to do stuff in England. I was thinking about this with wrestling. There's like local wrestling matches, and I met some wrestlers from the UK Pro Wrestling group that's, I assume, pretty new?
I don't know. I thought it was funny they had a stall at Comic Con.
I know, right? That's why I assumed they were new, because they had a stall, but I'm not sure. But I love that stuff, because, like, I don't think that we should only have to do WWE. I don't think we should only have to read Dark Horse Comics or Penguin Comics, which I think are both American, or books, whatever. I just think we should have more local publishers. I think every country should have local publishers, and we shouldn't have to rely on one country for all of our media. But this is maybe a specific England thing, because obviously we talked before about how, like, France and Germany and Italy all get their own independent publishers and translators because they have their own language. Whereas we share a language with America, and America's much bigger than us.
Our language first, though, fucks.
Up next, we have...
I think this is Eggs World.
This is Eggs World. Okay, cool.
I recognize the bag.
Yeah.
I think it's cute. It's on brand.
It is on brand. So, Eggs World was our table neighbor at the last convention we did. What was that called?
something really generic. London Anime and Gaming Con?
Yeah, London Anime and Gaming Con. So I gave her a sticker and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy some stickers, right? So I got this one. It was like something for £5. We'll find out. Look how cute they are.
They are eggs.
So I think it was 3 for £5. So I got these 3. And then she was like, oh, go and have one more. So I got this one. And I think they're adorable and the art's so clean as well.
I think she mentioned wanting to do illustration for like children's books, and it's like totally the right kind of vibe.
Yeah. But speaking of the right vibe, she's also got these kitty plushies, and I saw them and they are this cute in real life. But it's the Kickstarter's live, I believe. So check out the Kickstarter because her art's amazing and definitely support her. She's really cool. And I also said that I would shout her out in the video if I remembered, and I did.
What you're saying is this is paid promotion and you were paid in this singular sticker for that advert.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna have to declare that.
Yeah, declare paid promotion just on the bottom of the screen. And then a picture of this.
I got this out of a gacha machine. Because I was bored and my friend was looking through BTS merch at the time. It was in the gacha thing, and I opened it and I couldn't see anything because it was like perfectly like that.
Yes.
So I opened it and I was like, huh? And then I realized they sold washi tape, so it's like a little space pattern. It's very pretty.
I bought this for you. It's very correct.
Yeah,
you are
that's the
magical,
vibe.
and sometimes you are goth, except you weren't for the convention, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, I went very pastel.
Yeah, but it was actually funny because you were like desperately trying to find something to spend your money on. You were like, I want to spend like another tenner, and I found like 2 more things. I think this was the last thing I bought where I was like, go on.
Yeah, like I was like looking around like desperately, like I want to spend money, and you just like come back over and be like, hey, look at this thing I bought. And it's like, so it's easy for you. Oh, it's the wrestling thing.
Yes, this is the wrestling thing. And I think the Forbidden Shore is in Brighton on the beach, which is really cool. But yeah, I met someone, I think it might have been him, I'm not sure. I think they thought that I knew who they were, and they got me to like hold the belt, and we took a photo, and it was really cool. I don't know who anyone was. It was fun though. Here are the dates. I'm definitely tempted. Up next we have Ghoulish Ghee. So this was a gacha. I think I spent £1 on it, and this was the best prize. This was the biggest prize, was this mystery bag.
Did they look at you in disdain like the Pokemon Terrarium guy?
No, they said, you're the first person to get this, can I take a picture of you?
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge. Look at this print. It's got like card backed, so it's nice and flat. We've also got a bookmark. I have been reading physical books. I can use it in here.
Mm-hmm.
I like this, the same design. I like it when they're smart with that. Same design again, but shiny this time. Ooh.
I mean, we can't talk. We do the exact same thing.
Yeah, this one's really cool.
I know that dog.
And this dog. These are all these 2 are Final Fantasy. I don't think the bird is, unless the bird's a chocobo.
The bird is definitely a chocobo.
Okay, they're all Final Fantasy.
Anime/gaming.
And also, him on here. So, you know, they're definitely utilising their designs,
That's the hot lion one from one of them.
Red from 7, I think it's Final Fantasy 7. Dog who is red.
You spoke to these guys.
I spoke to these guys. What was it? Oh, yes, because they had Mr. Blobby themed horror comics. And, it's just cool. Again, it's just this kind of like people working together to make art and to make comics. More comics, more amazing. It just inspires me to spend money on artists. Like, you know, what art can we get? How can we utilize paying our friends who are artists to make us stuff? Like, we could get Pen, who I chat to semi-frequently now, which is awesome. Or we could get Eggswell to make us art. Or we could message this artist or this artist. I love this collection. I love getting all of these business cards from everyone we thought was interesting. This is the Shield Maiden one. And, you know, maybe we can commission them. Maybe we can work with them. Maybe we can do stuff. I like the possibilities are kind of endless, and I like that about Comic-Con. I like going and seeing everyone. Smaller artists especially, smaller creators too, where you're like, I would never see you because I'm just scrolling so fast. Whereas if I walk past the booth and we chat, it like retains in my mind.
I think it also retains for them more.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of much more on a same level, and that level is physical reality, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was like with Eddache where we gave him a cassette sticker, and he was like, oh, someone gave me a cassette sticker last time. And he was like, I don't think it was you, though. And I was like, I think it was us.
Do we have anything else?
Yes, we have these 3 free comics.
Free.
We were like rushing around at the end trying to find a friend of ours, and the one friend that we will not mention by name because she'll be annoyed. And it's a bad idea.
She's always like, I'm not in any of the footage, am I? And we're like, no, we deliberately avoid filming.
Yeah, but she was gone, missing, vanished. We were looking for her, as is always the case at Comic-Con, and I saw these stickers, so I also walked off. I like free stuff, I like free comics. We've got quite a little collection of comics now.
It would be fun to finally get through them and maybe do a main channel video on all of these independent comics we've got.
Yeah.
So we've got everything here, and then we got a bunch from Sweat Drop last Comic-Con, which we haven't read.
Yeah, I think I read some Sweat Drop, actually.
Nice. I've been really into webcomics recently.
Web novels.
Yeah, that's the one. It's worse.
Yeah.
It got worse. The addiction has deepened. I'm reading poorly translated Chinese web novels at the moment. Maybe I should read something better.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Comic-Con was really fun. Sunday was nice and chill, to be fair. But like, downside, everyone's exhausted. Like, all the artists are exhausted, and mood, I feel that. I was tired, and I wasn't even there the whole weekend. So, you know. But, I don't know, it was fun, it was cool. This is about, yeah, £100 worth of stuff, and it is piled up semi-high. So, good job us.
Yippee!
Do you have anything else you want to add? What we working on? What we doing?
Sorry, my soul left my body for a second there. It's just nice being around other artists.
That's not what I asked, but that's fine.
Oh, sorry.
I've got to bed. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, it's early.
We've been recording for over an hour. This might be the longest recording session. I don't know how long the video is going to end up being. I do edit these a little bit, even though it's a second channel video, because I'm incapable of putting out a video where I'm not at least trying a little bit. And
trying to drive me crazy, more like.
yeah, by making you redo takes, which you'll never see.
Yeah, you don't know what he does to me off camera.
Yeah, I beat you horribly with my, hey, can you redo this bit? Hey, you sound a bit nasally here, can you redo this bit?
Man whose voice cracks every other sentence.
I redo my own takes so often. Honest to God, all of our videos, on the main channel especially, are spliced together takes. Like, one line from me, you're better than I am, like, you'll do
I am.
a line, like a 10-second line, and it'll be pretty good, and I can use it, or it's bad and I can't use it, I have to make you redo it, but like, I don't have to cut the line up very much. Whereas for me, I'll do like 4 takes, and then splice together all 4 takes to make it sound nice. I've actually got pretty good at that. I'm the audio doctor.
Did you have to go to school for that?
Yes. I had to go for 7 years. I have a doctorate. Yeah, you can go to sleep. Okay, let me finish what we doing, what we talking about. Right. Yes, videos. After this video is edited, I will continue working on the main channel video we've got going on. It's been slow because we've been working real jobs and that's lame, but we have been doing that. The next video is going to be a video on recommendations, and specifically recommending anime to adults and parents, and kind of like doing it properly and not going like, oh, my 53-year-old mum, 53? Yeah, that sounds right, age-wise. My 53-year-old mum, you should watch Jujutsu Kaisen. And then she hates anime forever. You know, I've got friends who don't touch anime because they think it's like baby stuff, or they think it's cringe and weird, and I'm like, bro, there's so much that's good, and you don't know because you're not being recommended something that's appropriate for you.
For instance, when I discovered there were yaoi web novels, I was sold.
Your heart really opened. It grew 3 sizes. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Feel free to like and subscribe. Hello if you're back. If you like the video, feel free to comment and all that stuff. I'm very tired now.
If we met you at Comic-Con, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully we weren't too cringe.
That's okay, you can beat me with hammers.
No, I won't beat you with hammers, but I
No,
will.
I meant they can.
Oh.
We open a booth next Comic-Con, you can beat me with hammers, they're just inflatable hammers.
£1 for an inflatable one, £20 for a real one.
I was thinking, like, did you ever do, like, what were they called, like, China stalls? China throw? China something?
Well, the rage rooms.
No, they were specifically, like, you'd have loads of, like, China crockery, like, on a stall, and then you got to throw wooden balls at it. I used to run them when I was a scout.
What?
China Smash?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, maybe it's more local than I thought. But anyway, we would go around and, like, not even buy, like, ask old women if they wanted to give us crockery to be destroyed.
That's amazing.
And it was always really fun. And I was like, what if someone just set one of those up at Comic-Con? Like, come throw balls at, like, they were, like, hard wooden balls as well, because you're breaking plates.
Yeah.
Fun story from that. My dad got really competitive
Uh-huh.
with a plate at one of them. Like, it would not smash. I told him, like, no one has gotten this plate to smash. And he took that as a challenge, spent, like, £10 at this stall to, like, try and smash it. It got to the end of the day, we were, like, breaking everything down, like, cleaning up all the shattered plates.
Yeah.
There was, like, a net behind it for it. It turned out the plate was made of metal. It was just enameled and no one had noticed.
That's so funny. What you're saying is you were running a childhood scam.
Yeah, accidentally, because we'd go through all of the plates to check they were actually China.
Yeah.
And, like, I have no idea what happened to them after that. Like, we were just like, it was just like a stall set up at, like, the town fair.
Amazing. You led a very different childhood to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, follow us on Patreon because we post everything there and we also post updates and all this other cool stuff. So it would be cool to see you there. Anyway.
You can join for free.
Bye.
The laptop gave up as well.